Episode 209. Just a couple of more quests to go on the up to level 60 Black Mage job quests. Will Zionella get over his hate for Black Mages? There's only so little time left. Who knows? And hopefully by the end of this I'll have decided on a new glamour for the Black Mage on Komori. While I was trying to mull it over in between episodes, I had such trouble finding something that I was actually wanting to wear, but this started to come around on me a little bit more and more. Even if it was just meant to be a temporary thing, a little holdover. Just couldn't find anything that I quite liked more than this. Well, there are always other options. Maybe we'll explore those options towards the end if this is as short as I imagine it might be. You won't get away this time, Waldev. Right, we're after Waldev. The Black Mage, previously a conjurer or something. You must be the investigators from Gdonia. It's about time. Someone needs to do something about that blasphemous cult. They were ranting on and on to anyone who would listen, offering the power to defeat the Dravanians. We Guardians have our own way of fighting. We told them as much quite plainly, but it made no difference. They continued their I know this word, I just don't know how to pronounce it out loud, like for real, rather than just in my head. Proselytizing. They continued their proselytizing. Obviously, such blasphemy could not be allowed to stand. We Temple Knights made our move, but they managed to get away. It hardly mattered to us at the time. They were no longer spreading their lies here. But they recently reappeared, this time at the Convictory in the Western Highlands. Most convictors would do anything to earn honor and glory through the saying of a powerful dragon. They are young and full of spirit, and naive. I fear that some among them may be deceived, seduced by promises of easy power. We kind of ran with their whole lot, didn't we, for a while? Doing side quests over there. They did seem rather, well, disorganized, or something like that. Not very disciplined, I guess that's a word. Gullible fools. Well, our destination is clear. To the Convictory. The cultists you seek have been sighted at the Convictory in the Corthus Western Highlands. Gonna be quite a flight over there. Not that long. We've done this flight just for fun in the past, right? I say that, I guess I was just wasting time. Whenever I was flying over these highlands, when I could have just teleported. Can't teleport this time though. It's actually a beautiful day to fly around the Western Highlands. Once in a blue moon, truly. The weather is never this clear. The snows are never this blue, this white. It's always an ugly gray whenever there's a snowstorm. Not right now. Well, hopefully it'll stay this way by the time the weather changes in 4 Eorzean hours. Probably not. There's no obvious sign of the Defiant here. We should split up and question the soldiers. Hey, you guys remember me? I think I know who you're talking about. I told them I wasn't interested. Ancient spells are no match for a good spiritual side. You want to say that to our face? Can we find Zaya around, just kind of talking to people? Don't see him. Those crazy mages, I spent years studying the art of dragon slaying. I don't need some magical help from weird outsiders. I made sure to tell them as much. No change. No flavor. You're going on about the Defiant too? Well, they spent a while shouting about how they'd share ultimate power with any who joined them. Then they left. Apparently they set up camp over near the Swift Run River. What's the story with that lot anyway? Some Mikote chap was asking the same thing a few minutes ago. I told him what I told you and he ran off in a right hurry. This guy. Not this guy. Zionella. Should have gotten us to help. Well, he needs our help. What a surprise. I might be under-leveled for this. Item level. It's fine, right? Probably. If it's 3 or less enemies, we'll probably just stick to single target for now. I had to remember where my ley lines were. Oh, we're in. They just put us into combat, right as I did that. Well, whatever. Trying to summon, you say? We know how to deal with that. Maybe some AoE this time? Quicker this time. Get the full MP back. And here they go again. They do love their void scent. It always goes hand in hand with Black Mage, doesn't it? For whatever reason. You know what? I keep forgetting I have ley lines. Oh, and as soon as I put them down, huh? Isn't that just the way? As soon as I put them down. I don't think that's hitting everyone. Not using this AoE correctly. Oh well. Just go back to... well, no, they're almost dead. It's that easy. I know what you must be thinking. I entreated your help only to run off on my own. Yeah, I was thinking that. But you know what happens when you get involved. You saw it happen just now. They've no choice but to fight back with all their strengths. And when they do so, they lose control of their power and they burn. Nobody deserves to die like that. So I went to confront them alone. I am a fool. My healing magic is no match for the destructive power they wield. Yeah, it was foolish to go alone. You're right. What did I expect to achieve, challenging them alone, challenge them without any help at all? Had we fought together, things would have turned out differently. You, taking down the mages in a flash of black magic. Me, nullifying their every attack with my healing spells. I truly was a fool to assume all black magic was evil. Yeah, not all black magic, huh? I should have seen that such power can be harnessed safely, just as it is by you. I apologize. We have lost our only lead, and this time it is clearly my fault. Well, at least he knows where credit is due, or whatever. Please pass on my apologies to Lalai. My actions were unbefitting of a representative of the Seed Seer Council. I shall take my leave. I need to reflect on my actions. Alright, well, it's no fun if he's putting himself down. Less fun. Not the Thaumaturgist Guild, right here. Kind of a funny place to hang out. Obviously for lore reasons, but still. Kind of have to go on the opposite side of the Thaumaturgist Guild, just to talk to these. Well, I guess it's better than some other job classes, because for Bard, my main character's first job quest or whatever, that one was just out in the middle of nowhere, just a random log. I guess we passed it by as Komoys sometimes. And I guess there are other characters that I've never played as that might even have it even worse, depending on where you have to go. Who knows? Ah, you're back from Ishgard already. But where is Zionella? He's reflecting. I see. If nothing else, you have stopped more poor souls from joining that accursed cult. I can only hope that Zionella can see it that way. The fact that the Defiant would travel so far as Ishgard in an attempt to recruit new members speaks volumes to how desperate they grow. Ah, Komoy, I almost forgot. I was able to decipher the final remaining spell from the Book of Null. Though you might not welcome in ice magic after the frigid wind of Corthus, I'm certain you'll find this a frighteningly powerful addition to your repertoire. I doubt the Defiant can hold out much longer. They'll be forced to use everything they have in the next fight. They cannot risk being drawn into a protracted war of attrition. Should we defeat them, we can finally recover the Book of Thal and uncover the magics within. We do actually get a spell for it. I guess they keep it consistent with the quest text, this time anyway. It's our first level 4 spell, so where does this actually fit into our rotation? It's kind of our... Well, first of all, it's in our single target AoE, or not AoE, our single target rotation. And it's the one that normally gives us Umbral Hearts, as compared to the other way that we have of getting Umbral Hearts, which is that one off-global cooldown that happens only once every 2 minutes or so. Refills all our MP. I'm gonna have to think about, yeah. I already, in advance, like way back when, put down all of these things where I think they should be, based on reading through all of the descriptions here for the job actions. So just have it here on square under pulling down both triggers at the same time. I kind of overlap with the square button here on the normal ice spell, so it just replaces that if I put down or pull down the left trigger when I'm already holding down the right trigger. How do I actually need to use this? And then we get Fire 4 in the next level. Compared to Blizzard 1, it does more damage and gives us the Umbral Ice, or removes fire. This one grants 3 Umbral Hearts. It can only be executed while under the effects of Umbral Ice. But why would I do this? Or why would I not do this? I would only ever want to do this instead of ice, right? It's just more damage. It's the same cast time and recast time. More MP cost, but that's not really a problem for Black Mage. This does not grant Umbral Ice, just the Umbral Hearts. So we can't build stacks with it, but if we already have, like, say, 3 stacks of Fire 3, and we move to Ice with our usual Blizzard 3, this one, that would give us 3 stacks of Blizzard 3, and then we would just start using Blizzard 4 at that point. And then we would just use it one time anyway to get back all of our MP in the first place. And this should cost no MP when we're in Blizzard phase, because we have... It doesn't cost anything, right? Like, none of the Blizzard spells cost anything under Umbral Ice. Yep, all Blizzard spells will have no cost. So yeah, we're just going to cast this one time instead of the usual Blizzard spell. So I think what I'm actually going to do is replace this. And I guess we're going to do the same thing with Fire 4 in a moment. Put it over here. And I guess if we have to cast Blizzard 1, it'll be here waiting for us at some point. It's just like a better Blizzard 1 at this point. I think this used to be more important back when you actually had a timer on your Astral and on your Fire and Ice phases, and you had to refresh it by either doing Fire 1 or Blizzard 1 or something. And I guess the whole thing was that you could, through clever gameplay, avoid having to use the lame Fire, and just like use your procs on Fire 3 or something like that. But now without the timer, you can just use Fire 4 and Blizzard 4 anytime you have the things up, and in fact they never go away, no matter how hard you try to get rid of them. I would hate to see them simplified even more, but it just seems kind of redundant to have Blizzard 4 and Blizzard 1 without the timer. And Fire 4 and Fire 1 for that matter. More so Fire 4 and Fire 1, because you're only in Blizzard Ice phase for a little bit. Yeah. Well, whatever. That is how you use this, right? Let's just double check. Before we get into the last thing with Fire 4. Fire damage with potency of 300, and the base one is 180 here. And again, while this one does give Fire Starter for the Blizzard, or for the Fire 3, like free proc, well, this one does not, but I think you're still meant to use this, like every time instead of Fire 1. Because that 40% proc to do 290 damage is still less than 100% chance of doing 300 damage, yeah. Really such a shame. That just means that these spells are kind of disappearing, huh? Now that we have Fireform Blizzard. Little weird. Little weird. Okay. Alright, is this going to be our glamour? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's just the same glamour that we've seen Waldev and his cronies use. Probably not going to be what we're going to be wearing. Como, your timing is impeccable. We never left. Just moments ago, Zionella approached me. While we had our back turned, musing about these magical spells. Wow. Shouldn't have been staring at them for so long. He ran up to me all fuss and flurry, and told me that he found the Defiant's base of operations. He then departed before I could respond. It seems that he is headed to that base himself. Though the Defiant's forces may well be weakened, it's utterly reckless to approach them alone. Didn't he learn his lesson? It's as if he has learned naught from the incident at Ishgard, right? Like I just said. We should waste no time in traveling to the Defiant's den. Before he left, Zionella mentioned that it was at the Burning Wall. I shall meet you there. Zionella is in great danger. We must travel to the Burning Wall immediately. You first. Okay, fine. Me first. And the weather is rather gray. At least the conditions are visible. Probably going to be a climactic cutscene, right? That I want to use in the thumbnail. We'll see. Never really looked at the falls from this angle, the burning wall and all that. A lot prettier from a distance, I guess. Zionella is nowhere to be seen. I fear we may have already fallen victim to the Defiant's destructive magic. We have no choice but to press on. If Zionella's intelligence was accurate, then Waldev must be further down this road. Are you ready? The Defiant are lying in ambush. Proceed with caution. We'll be fine. It's one of them where we're kind of going at our own pace, I guess. Are you using our ley lines? Can black mages use each other's ley lines? That's probably not a thing. Still alive, huh? Looks like the live's doing things. Finished off that enemy for me, even though I was already working on it myself. Dark Eyes, huh? Pretty cool last name, if I had to say. How'd you live through that fire too? Or are we going anyway? Oh, there we are. Waldev, give yourself up. Your followers they defeated. You have nowhere left to run. There is no need for me to run. It's always void sent, isn't it? The summoning ritual is complete. All shall congregate in the worship of my might. I may not be powerful enough to rule this world alone, but with this void sent under my control, followers will flock from across the realm to kneel before me. That void gate, it's colossal. Whatever could he mean to summon? Waldev, stop. Whatever comes through that portal, you'll never be able to control it. Barghest, I summon thee. Present thyself, and be bound to my will. Perhaps it is now you who should run. Do you really think that the two of you can defeat me alone? They are not alone. Your evil plans end here, Waldev. Ah, I see. Zaya, where were you? Fool of a mage, you are lost to reason and shall be shown no mercy. Prepare yourself, Squawk. Here we are, and at an end your schemes are, Squawk. Komoy, we are here to help. Aid, assist, help. Komoy, Lalai, forgive my late arrival. I hope I am not too late to make a difference. No, you are inconsequential. Barghest, don't just stand there. Destroy them. Right. No, no, not me. Them. No. A single hit, huh? A sorry end, defeated by the very creature he summoned. It ought to come as no surprise he was playing with forces far beyond his reckoning. We can discuss it later. First, let's deal with this void scent. We got a party of 6, 1 healer, 5 black mages. Sounds pretty balanced. Oh good, they're tanking for us. Everyone get in the ley lines. Apparently these ley lines used to last a longer time. Might have been like 30 seconds even. Oh, the gate. Oops, sorry guys. Gonna let that one slip past me, huh? Not to worry, we got it this time. And we're using Blizzard 4 for the first time, how about that? Do we have a Nokian? I can't actually tell. A new head, huh? Great, waste time. Do you mind, Zaya? You're the healer, right? Get rid of this thing for me, please. It would be really nice, Zaya, if you could, I don't know. Do we have to walk over to you or something? I guess not. And another one. Great. The last one was just about to... Oh, I think he gave us something? No, wait. I thought the stone skin might actually block that. It didn't. A device, huh? Oh. Yep, that's a problem. It'd be a shame if we put our ley lines down there. Good thing we didn't. And we're just about there. Big finish with the big fire 3. I guess we were 2 black mages and 3 black mages doing other classes, whatever that means. And a white mage, / conjurer, whatever. A conjurer who wouldn't cure me of my paralysis. It's a Suna. It's simple. Put it on your hotbar next time. You could not have arrived at a better time. We thought you were lost to us. Did you think I had rushed in alone? What manner of a fool do you take me for? To think that I would repeat so grave an error? Well, we almost did. For a moment there, I thought he might strike him. I was kind of hoping. See the white mage / conjurer decide to punch a guy? It's always a great character moment. But why? You are responsible for a great many deaths, and I've been tasked with bringing you to justice. I need you alive so that you may atone for your sins. Gomoy, Lalai, I owe you my thanks. First I must see to Waldee's incarceration, but once that is done, I shall return to Milvaness Aquarium and thank you properly. We too should return to Milvaness Aquarium. I'd hate to miss something as rare as a thank you from Zionella. But first you should speak with our Beastman companions. This is a valuable opportunity to rekindle our relations with them. It would be folly to waste it. Where are those guys? Standing right behind me? No. They went back to their secret cave. I didn't realize it was so close to here. I guess when Zionella took off in this direction, we thought that he was going towards their cult, their secret base or whatever. But he was actually going to this cave. See, why doesn't he ever use this in battle? This staff? Or does he? I don't actually... I guess he might have, I just don't remember. I guess this one uses a staff and this one uses a sword. You know what? They might have all been casting spells, despite what they were holding. Maybe Dazul Malok casts Black Mage spells using a sword. I guess there's no rule against that. To all fight together again. It was a hard fight, but fun. Enjoyable, satisfying fun. Until we meet again, Komoi. Squawk. All killed, the evil black mages are. Done here, Dazul is. Dazul's debt is now repaid. And off they go, leaving Kazal Cha and his cave in peace. It is well the man was brought to justice. I harbor no regrets. Komoi, my friend, though we may be of different lands, the bond we share cannot be broken. I hope we can all meet again. There is no sorrow in this parting. Instead, consider it a vow to one day meet again. For now, it is best you return to Ul'dah. And we will. There was actually pretty substantial more time taken for those two quests than I thought. There were both instances at the end, or whatever they're called, solo duties. I'll try this one for once. Is this faster? If I actually go in the right direction? No clue. Wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Maldiv has been placed under arrest, and is awaiting sentencing by the Pajals. Komoi, thank you for all your help. The Book of Thaw was amongst his belongings, a lie I entrusted into your care. Are you sure? You've made your views on black magic very clear. Our recent battles have shown me that black magic itself is not evil. It need only be used in the right way, in pursuit of the right goals. You have shown yourself to be noble magi with pure intentions. I trust you to use the knowledge within this book wisely. That being said, I am a conjurer. Were I to witness black magic used with ill intent, I would not hesitate to take action. Even if it were you, Lalai, I would hunt you down without mercy. Come now, Zaya. Can't we have any fun? That's what I'm saying. You do well not to forget that my order still considers your black magic forbidden. But if there were more magi like you, I hope this might become the first step towards a world in which both healing and destructive magics can meet on the battlefield. Not as enemies, but as allies. And we got Fire 4. Gotta complete the patch 3.55 finale quest before we can continue. Komoi Moiko of the Black, the power within you grows. I dare say it now surpasses that of even the great Kukuruka. How fair you of late. In the 5 minutes we haven't spoken to you. More like 5 seconds. We have finally recovered both books of Not All, and such fascinating books they are. Actually, I guess we never really learned what was in that second book. All of our level 50 through 60 spells, ostensibly, came from the first book, so what exactly is in the second book? Actually, maybe that's the next thing that I'm thinking of. Guess we'll have to revisit that whenever I get around to Stormblood, maybe. The further I delve into the mysteries described within, the more awed I am by Kukuruka's devotion to the dark arts, and the destructive power that his devotion unlocked. I shall not let these grimoires leave my sight. I cannot suffer to see them fall once more into the hands of some crazed madman. The War of the Magi has shown us the dangers inherent in these powers. Is this going to be any different? Probably not. What's a black mage? Yeah, I think it's all the same. Alright. Let's move that off and shift this to here. Now we got both fire whatever spells down there. Begin with fire 3 and then use fire 4 all the way through. Then blizzard 3 and blizzard 4 all the way through. No real change to our rotation. Especially because Enochian is just kind of something that automatically goes on, I guess. Kind of weird. No Enochian timer. I don't like it. Well, now that we're done, what else can we do? I guess we can work on our glamour. We got this. This coffer. Which of course is higher level gear than what we have, but it's just going to be this. Or wait, hang on. Right, it's still using my summoner gear. We'll just equip this because I have nothing else. Or rather because I don't want to overlap that with my summoner stuff. And the hat is that, of course. The same thing Waldi was wearing. Not exactly... I don't hate it. It just doesn't grab me or anything. So yeah, gonna do this. While we work on our glamour, we can pretend that Komoi isn't satisfied with just learning from that book of Dahl or Nald or whichever one we were reading. That her skill as a black mage just hasn't gotten back up to snuff quite yet. I think she thinks the best way to actually relearn her skill set is through live fire practice. We're gonna do some PvP, which I never did back in A Realm Reborn or in any of my videos. Just as a short thing to do in the remaining few minutes. Maybe one match. Never really done it on Komoi as a black mage. I did a little bit of exploration, trying to figure out how this whole rotation works. I think I understand the basics. Basically, ice goes instantly, and you just use a basic 1, 2, 3, 4 combo, which then begins on 2, 3, 4, and keeps on going 2, 3, 4. And this lets you keep on casting while in motion. Very important for PvP. Whereas fire requires you to stand still, but also has the same basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 combo, etc. with increasing power. And of course there's a paradox in there. Lets you get to the highest level almost instantly after you switch from fire to ice or vice versa. And you want to be using electricity when an enemy's nearby. It does a lot of damage. You also have the option to, unlike in normal gameplay, use ethereal manipulation to get really close to the enemy, which will help with getting those close range hits on the electricity, like so. Then you've also got this Wreath of Fire thing, which changes based on if you have ice or fire active. This makes it so that your fire attacks also damage the enemy nearby, just by casting. It also ignores enemies inside shields, so that's useful. Then if you're in ice mode, it's kind of a more defensive thing. That counterattacks any enemies that attack you, like a shield. Gonna take some getting used to. I've really only ever done PvP on my main character as either a dancer or machinist, which I do have machinist on Komoi, but I want to try out Black Mage. We also got this thing, Xenogrossi, I guess, which heals and also does a lot of damage. Kind of have it on this side of the hotbar in case I need to actually panic and heal, alongside the other healing stuff that I have to remember to use. Only used for MP. And we also have this thing to make our enemies slow. Basically want to use all of our abilities right out the gate or something like that to kill them. Kind of gonna be hard to do. We've got some other spells that only work in frontline or something. These I don't remember, they seem kind of new. And then our usual things that are on all characters. Very long cast time to heal your HP and also get your MP back. Thing that lets you get rid of debuffs like this one. Any enemies place on you. Just gotta remember to press it. And this thing to panic, make yourself slow and highly defensive. In case you need to escape the enemy or wait for teammates or something. And of course can't forget, Limit Break. Which for Black Mage works two ways. Well, one after you cast it, you get the higher level fire and ice spells. Just do the same thing as they normally do, but stronger. And of course, our big attack. Which we can cast whenever, I guess. I think the ice one freezes the opponent and doesn't let them get away with, like, this spell. The one that cures most things. Could be useful to freeze them. But the fire one also puts on a damage over time, so it could be good for the kill. Don't really know the strategy there. And we might never find out. I'm just gonna try out like one actual match, I guess. Maybe two, however long it lasts. Probably only time in the episode to try out one battle. Might do the rest off camera. Because what I would like to do is get enough seals or whatever, trophies, tokens, whatever they're called, to get some stuff from this store here, which has a lot of good basic glamour stuff that you can only get from PvP. Maybe there'll be something in there that I'd like to replace this with. We don't actually have to click on this to enter, but I just felt like it because we're in the area. We're going to do... Can we not do this? Crystalline Conflict? Rival Wings? Wait. Oh, that's custom. Or wait, hang on. Let's just go in the normal menu. Oh wait, here we are. It is casual match under Crystalline Conflict, not custom. More than 30 minutes? Damn. Okay. I chose the wrong time to do this. Yeah, there's no one gonna be doing PvP right now, I guess. Yeesh, I kind of went on that whole spiel about doing a PvP match this episode. Do I just... Well, I guess I'm not showing PvP this episode. Not unless it happens to proc or whatever. Ping? What do they usually call it? Pop. Not if it pops in the next 2 minutes or something like that. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna leave it counting on in the background while I go do some other crap. I don't know. We can just kind of go back to Ishgard. I have no idea what I wanted to do after this. Well, there's a few things. We're not going to start on them, but what we can do is, I guess, take on some of these insignificant side quests. Maybe here or in the pillars. Probably one that won't lead us outside of the city. Guess we can just start with the lowest level one. The best laid plans. What is this one? You have the look of someone in need of a task. Well, it just so happens I'm looking for a helping hand. One of our delivery airships is under repairs, and we're in the midst of preparing a test flight. Ensuring a safe flight pass is of the utmost importance, and I need someone to take this flight plan to Janiquard of the Athenaeum Astrologicum. I would be ever grateful if you could take it to him. We talked to him a lot more, this Janiquard, if we actually took on Astrologian. I did that a lot in my main character. I think he's House Dismail, whichever this one is, yeah. I guess it's actually Dismal. What was it again? Zamail? Zamail. Greetings and welcome to the Athenaeum Astrologicum. Might I ask what drew you here to this place of learning? An airship flight plan. A message from Miss Cleo. Another test flight, I see. And it leaves us pressed for time. Our knowledge of the dragon's hunting cycles indicates they will be quite active around this time. I need not tell you what will happen should any of our airships encounter them. That is why our astrologians must interpret the stars for signs of Dravanian activity before airships are permitted to leave. But delaying this shipment would have grave repercussions. Our only option is to hasten repairs on the airship. Please speak with Fromolo at the Sky Steel Manufactory and see if there is aught he can do. Alright, I guess we're going to a more familiar job quest stomping grounds or whatever. This way. I was half hoping that maybe this whole 30-minute thing would just kind of end up being, I don't know, out of luck, untrue, that there was a group waiting for me. No such luck. It's my fault for recording at such an hour. Hasten repairs of the airship. Easier said than done, my friend. Great. We got the noise. I forgot to mute it. We primarily oversee the production of dragon-slaying weapons such as ballistas and Bertha cannons, under orders from House Hiernorte. The magitech utilized in these airships is most certainly not within our regular field of expertise. It is no simple matter to rush anything. But I suppose if we are to contend with the Horde, it cannot be helped. Tell Cleo we will do what we can. You should know this, Komori. You should know the Sky Steel doesn't explicitly work on airships or whatever. I guess that's more Sid's domain. And I guess he was over at Sky Steel for a while, but still. You worked with Sky Steel for so long. Oh, thank goodness. The swiftness of your report is most appreciated. The advent of the airship is truly a wonderful thing, but not without its hindrances, as you can see. They allow us to cross the ice wall blocking passage to Western Corthus, and navigate the Sea of Clouds. For alone I have mercy on the ship that should encounter dragons. That is why the Holy See has seen fit to employ machinists and astrologians in the operation of our airships. Yep, this quest was basically an introductory thing for anybody new to the region on what machinists and astrologians do, their role in Ishgard and all that. Don't really get to see what Black Knights or Dark Knights do, rather. That's a whole different thing. Now let's go over here and maybe take on this quest. I think it was level 51, another early level thing. Angry? Of course I'm angry. All I want is to protect my home. And those goddamn knights just sit there and scoff at the ramblings of an old man. Ramblings my arse. Have you heard of what's to become of Falcon's Nest? Most folk there came to Ishgard to keep out of the cold. But now they plan to tear it all away and make a military encampment of it. A bloody military encampment. What's worse, my son has enlisted to help. The little shite. He refuses to listen, and I'm tired of trying to reason with him. If you see that slimy backstabbing Varley, whatever that means, Varlet, tell him he can come back to his family or not come back at all. I'm through arguing. He can have his bloody camp, or he can have his family. He has to choose. Well, the camp isn't really that nice. Don't know how the family compares, though. Might be trading up? Who knows? Upstairs? If, by chance, this PvP thing does pop in the next 3 minutes, I guess I could go on long just for doing the PvP. But if I finish this quest first, then I'm giving up. At least giving up on doing it on screen. Maybe I'll capture PvP on screen some other time. Or maybe even shove it into the start of the next episode. I don't know. We'll see. Or we won't. Where is this guy? Should be up here. In here? You can't go in here. There he is. Yes, I'm Joslo. He said what? My father's short-sightedness knows no bounds. He fails to see what we stand to preserve by creating this encampment, rather than leaving it abandoned to the snows. As the name suggests, Falcon's Nest is well known for its skilled falconers, and falconers going back generations. While it's true the astrologians can sense horde activity through the stars, it has always been us who give the first alert of their approach. But things changed after the calamity. The weather turned foul, and we had no choice but to seek better shelter. I know how it pained him to abandon Falcon's Nest. It's my home too. But he has to understand that even if our home has to change, it does not change who we are. The proud hawkers of Falcon's Nest will live on, and I will prove it to him. When the day comes for him to return here, the earth beneath him may seem unfamiliar, but our companions, gliding proudly through the skies, will be as they always have, and always will be. This, I swear. Hopefully it works out for him. No, nothing specific to the quest we just did, it seems. His dialogue. Monologue? Whatever. All that ended right on time with the end of the episode, I guess. I guess we can say Komori was just killing time, while she was waiting for her... What's this place called again? Wolf's Den. She was just killing time while she was waiting for her Wolf's Den sanctioned match to pop. But it turns out no one is calling in for her to join the ring or whatever. So she's just gonna wait right here until the call comes in, I guess. Gonna be a long time. Maybe even gonna have to wait until tomorrow. Now's a good time to take a break.